and welcome back to Fan Fatales. I'm Emma.
And I'm Gabby, and we're your hosts. So this week, we're going to be talking a little bit more about fandoms in general, just like the things that we love and the things that we think would be interesting to talk about. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to talk about some characters we would want to be stuck in quarantine with and who we wouldn't want to be stuck in quarantine with. We're going to do some Boink, Marry, Kill, and we're going to take some Buzzfeed quizzes. And we're also going to talk about just like how being a girl who's into nerdy things changes how people view us.
Yeah, so do we want to get started?
Sure.
Okay, so again, we're going to be talking about characters you want to be stuck in quarantine and not stuck in quarantine with. So let's start with Disney Studios. Now, this can be anything from any Disney studio or Disney Pixar-made movie.
Okay, so for me, I have two choices. My first choice, I think, is going to be Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
I have two choices for being stuck in quarantine with, too.
Yeah, same. Sorry, this is for being stuck with. I think he would be, like, the best chef and make, like, such amazing food that it would just, like, totally make every day worth it.
Yeah.
My other choice was the Aristocats. I think they would be very entertaining to, like, hang out with.
Wow, we have completely different answers already.
Really?
Yes, because for the same reason as you said Kronk with the food, I said Tiana. Because we love our cooking princess queen from New Orleans.
We do.
The other one I said was Mrs. Potts that I thought about. Mostly because, like, a nice cup of tea and just chilling with Mrs. Potts would be great.
Yeah, I totally see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what about not stuck in quarantine with?
Okay, not stuck with. I would, like, hate to be stuck with Peter Pan. I think he would be, like, so annoying and antsy, and he would just be like, no, we gotta go do stuff, and we're gonna be like, no, we can't, like, we have to stay here, and he would just, like, it would just drive him nuts.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. My whole thing was the only one I could think of when thinking of not stuck in quarantine with any Disney character was Pumbaa, because he's very gassy.
Fair. That's, like, a little too stinky for me.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always open the windows, but the windows can only do so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No, that was the only one that I could think
of. That's,
of.
like, a very good answer.
Yeah. So what about Star Wars characters?
Star Wars characters? Okay. Hear me out on this one. I said I would want to be stuck with R2. Because I think he would be quiet, I think. And also you could, like, send him out to go run errands if you, like, you don't want to go out.
True. I didn't even think about having a droid of any kind.
Right? Because, like, they're not gonna get it. Like, they're just droids. So I was like, oh, let's send R2 out to run and go get groceries. And then my other choice would have been Padme if, like, R2 was kind of cheating.
I also was gonna say Padme, but the other one I just thought of as you were talking was Sabine, because I got really into painting during quarantine.
Okay.
Just like our painting queen.
I have somebody else that I wanted to paint with.
Oh, really?
Not Star Wars, one of the other characters.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But yeah.
Who do you not want to be stuck with?
Ooh. I have no idea. Hold on. Why is Chewbacca the only one that comes to mind?
Dude, that's fair. I mean, that's a lot of hair, and I'm allergic. I'm allergic to dogs and cats that shed too much.
Same. Yeah, I am
right?
too.
So if Chewie sheds a lot, I mean, that would be really bad for the both of us.
Yeah.
The one that I put down is I said Anakin and Ahsoka. I would, like, hate to be stuck with. I feel like they'd be complaining the whole time. Like, they're just so bored. They'd be like, no, like, just terrible to, like, hang out with.
I think earlier I was going to say Anakin because we see him in Attack of the Clones with Padme just stuck on Naboo.
Yeah, exactly. And, like,
I could not.
Yeah, no. Exactly.
There's a reason she's a queen.
Yeah. I feel like he would totally just complain the whole time and be super annoying. And like that's why Padme is so great for putting up with all that
She's
crap.
already been through it, which is why she's a perfect quarantine partner.
Exactly. She knows exactly how it goes. See, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Marvel.
Okay, this is who I said I would want to paint with. I think Cap would be really fun to hang out with.
Cap would be fun. You see, I was going to say either Peter Parker or Shuri.
Fair. That is, yes, because they're also very hip and they understand the memes and they would be like so funny.
And they would know the TikTok dances.
Oh my gosh, yes. But I feel like Cap, like, have you seen all those like memes where it's like, oh, Shuri and Cap, like Shuri and Peter teaching Cap all of the like modern slang? Like, I feel like that would be the dynamic. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Like
so you would be the Shuri or the Peter Parker to Cap.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I've always been like super infatuated with like the 1940s and like I love the fashion and I love the like I love all that stuff about like World War II era.
Yeah.
So I would love to just like hang out with him and like pick his brain and like we could paint and like draw and I think it'd be really fun.
You see, Peter and I could do Legos. The Death Star Lego.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, that is fantastic.
Now what about not being stuck in quarantine with? There's one that comes to mind and I love her.
Oh, yours is okay.
Yeah.
Mine's one of the guys. And I know a lot of people are probably gonna hate me for
same.
saying this.
Ash, I'm sorry.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I know a lot of people are gonna be really mad about this, but I don't want to be stuck with Tony. I don't like Tony at all. I don't like him at all.
You see, here's the thing, Wanda.
Yeah.
After the events of WandaVision.
Yeah. I mean,
because I love her. She's literally one of my top 2 superheroes. If you go back to last week's episode and when Gabby asked me who my favorite Marvel superhero was, it was tied between Peter Parker and Wanda.
Yeah.
Like, I love her. However.
Yeah, comma.
We see how she treats the citizens of Westview.
Yeah, and we like see how she deals with being in like a stressful situation.
Yes.
And I that's just no fun.
I don't want to be stuck in different time periods in a TV show.
Yeah, I mean like if I could do it but like keep my own sanity and like still be like aware of my body and be able to control myself, then okay. But like if she's going to control my brain, no.
Yeah.
Like yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, I have no reason for Tony. He just really annoys me. I just do not like him. I
understand that, though.
I still cried at the end of Endgame. I mean, I'm not a monster.
Yeah.
But, like... yeah, he just irritates me. The first 2, the solo movies, I can never watch, like, just Iron Man movies. And, like, him in Civil War irritates the crap out of me. I just think he's so, like, full of himself.
Honestly, same. Don't come for us.
I know,
we're both
seriously.
Captain America and Bucky girls.
Yeah, we're like definitely like on Team Cap. But
I was on it from the moment I saw Captain America on screen.
Oh, for sure. For the first time I saw Captain America, I was Team Cap all the way.
Yeah. Now,
yeah.
Okay, but what about Harry Potter?
Okay. I have like a whole huge list just for Harry Potter because there's so many people that I would totally be down to just like chill with for a long time.
You see, I have 2 and they're both Weasleys. I don't know how this happened.
I have 2 Weasleys. Oh no, I only have 1 Weasley.
Okay. So
I said I'd be super down to chill with Luna because she loves reading and I like reading. Like, we'd talk about reading and magic stuff, and we'd probably start, like, our own little book club, and it'd be so fun. I also think Ron would be really fun to hang out with. I also said Hermione for the same reason I said Luna, like, reading and, you know, that kind of stuff.
Hey, if it's you and Luna and Hermione, that would be an awesome book club.
That would be awesome. Yeah. And then here's where it gets kind of funny. I also said Professor McGonagall would be super chill.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like she would just be so calm. Like after all of the crap she's been through in her life, like I feel like she would just be, yeah.
I got
she
it.
would just, yeah, she would just be so calm.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, she would be so fun to like talk to, and like she would like teach us magic and stuff, and it'd be really fun. And I'd also really love to start a garden with Hagrid.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my little list.
So my two again are both Weasleys, and they're both our Weasley girls. Molly as a cook for you during quarantine, and teaching you how to knit, and just
yes,
being
I love knitting.
Molly.
Yes.
But then Jenny,
Uh-huh.
I love her. First of all, it's funny because I do a lot of redhead Harry Potter cosplays, being
You really
Lily
do.
Evans and Lily Luna, but I don't do Jenny.
Yeah, you should do Ginny.
I have been thinking about it, but I don't know how to differentiate her already between the other two girls, so I'm figuring that out.
The sweater.
Yeah, I just need to make one or buy one, and I
You
don't
want
have
me
the
to
time.
knit you one?
Yes!
I mean, it's gonna take a while. Knitting a sweater takes a
fine.
long
It's
time.
fine. She'll
I need Molly's magic knitting needles that just
same.
knit forever. I need one of those.
Now, what about characters you would not want to be stuck in quarantine with?
100% Filch.
Oh?
He was the first one that came to mind that was like insufferable. Like I was like, Draco I could probably deal with. Like I could probably deal with Voldemort. Like I could probably deal with literally anybody, like except for Filch, because he just like gives me the creeps.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I could deal with anybody. Well, maybe Peter too.
Oh, I don't like Peter. I'm a Marauders girl, but I do not like Peter.
No, me neither. I don't think I could deal with Peter either.
No, I could not.
Like I feel like with Voldemort, like he would just be like, I'm out of here, and just like, like vaporize off somewhere else. Like I would be like, I could deal with him. Like it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Like
You see, and I love these two. Don't get me wrong. I love them. I love them. But again,
is it? I already know who you're gonna say just from this beginning little bit. I already know.
do you? You do.
Yeah,
You definitely do.
I totally do.
The Weasley twins.
Yep.
I would
Totally.
get so annoyed with them pranking me all the time.
I mean,
Because they'd be
yeah.
testing out new products for Weasley's Wizard Wheezes.
Oh, for sure.
I'd get so sick of it so fast.
I'm
I'm already not one for pranks. You can
Okay.
ask my little sister that. So, like, me being stuck in them, and especially since we're now coming out of this pandemic, we know how long this quarantine has lasted.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot imagine almost a year and a half being stuck with them, pranking me.
Yeah. I couldn't either. Okay,
Again,
I think
I
they're on
love
my
them.
list too.
I love
Yeah.
them. I love them.
We all love Fred and George, but they would be terrible to be stuck with.
Fun fact, if I need to cry in any of my cosplay videos, I just read Fred's death in Deathly Hallows, and then I'm good to go.
That's terrible.
You should ask Alex. He's literally watched it happen.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to talk to him about it. I'll be like, so is it really that dramatic? Like, is she just like...
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
and our last one, musical theater.
Okay. I also have a few for these ones. And then I have one on this, like, I'd want to be with list that isn't from a musical, but she's from a play, and I would, like, they're from a play, and I would like to be with them too.
Oh,
So
why
the
did
first
my one from a play just immediately come to mind when you said that, but for not want to be stuck with?
Okay, we'll see who it is.
Yes.
So the ones that I would want to be stuck with are going to be the Tucks from Tuck Everlasting.
Okay.
I love the musical. I love the book. The book is like one of my favorite childhood books.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're like totally used to it, right? Because like for those of you who don't know, in Tuck Everlasting, it's a story about a family who basically they live forever.
Yeah.
And the whole premise is that they have to stay like hidden from sight, And one day they meet one of the boys from the family meets this girl in the woods, and they like basically kidnap her, but like she wants to go. Like they don't like, she's not like kicking and screaming or anything.
Yeah.
And they like take care of her for a weekend, and it's really cute and really sweet. And she basically learns about how important it is that we're all like in the circle of life.
Yeah.
And so they have to stay in hiding basically for most of their lives. The two boys will go out and adventure a little bit, but they can only do so much before they have to come back home because people start realizing like who they are and noticing them, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like they'd be like really good moral support because they do it all the time.
True.
And then my other one that I said from musical is Elle from Legally Blonde.
I've been in that show. I love her.
I have too. I love her too. I think she's just like so fun, and I think she'd be like creative in like such a tough situation. Like I feel like she would come up with like all these fun things to do.
Have you seen the videos that Laura Bell Bundy have been posting out since quarantine started? She's been posting, like, for those of you who don't know, she's been posting parodies of Legally Blonde songs, but like pertaining to the COVID-19 pandemic and quarantining.
Yeah. And they're really funny.
Yeah, they definitely are.
They're really good. And then the one from like a play that I would love to hang out with is probably any of the players from She Kills Monsters.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, She Kills Monsters is it's a straight play that was written not too long ago. And it's about this girl whose family dies in a car crash, and in order to be closer to her younger sister, she learns how to play Dungeons and Dragons through her sister's Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Yeah, and I am a huge, huge D&D fan. But that was before I even was in. I didn't start playing D&D until December, this December of 2020, or December of 2020. I didn't start.
Oh, wow.
That's when I started doing D&D, and I was in this play in high school like 3 or 4 years ago. So I didn't really know what it was until now. And now I have such a totally different appreciation for all of the characters and all of the scenarios and the fights and everything. And I like totally understand it now, and I would love to do it from a new perspective, like from the perspective I have now. I think it'd be really interesting to do it again.
Yeah. But
yeah, it's a very sweet show. And it's short. It's like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I thought of this, the first thing that came to mind was a couple, actually, from a show I recently got to work on, or quite recently. It was a few months ago. But Baker and Baker's Wife in Into the Woods.
Okay.
Get some fresh baked goods, especially like when the whole sourdough trend was going on early.
Oh my gosh,
quarantine.
yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. Also, Baker's Wife is one of my dream roles, so
same.
Yeah. The other one that kind of came to mind was Catherine, because I feel like she would like write articles about like stay inside and make sure like, you know.
She would definitely be like on
Catherine
top
Plummer
of it.
From Newsies, for those of you who don't know who I'm talking about.
For the people that were like, Catherine of Aragon? From Six?
None of the Six Queens. I love Six, but none of the Six Queens.
None of the 3 Catherines in Six?
Oh, Six.
Oh, man. Oh, King Henry. You rascal.
But what about not being stuck in quarantine with?
They're both murderers. The first 2 thoughts that came into my head were JD from Heathers and Clyde from Bonnie and Clyde, and now just talking about it also, Sweeney Todd.
Okay, so Sweeney was on my list, Sweeney and Lovett. The other 2 on my list were the Thénardiers from Les Mis. So, the master of the house and the mistress of the house.
Yeah. But they're like, it's really interesting that you picked both of those couples, because they like are very similar.
Except one doesn't murder people.
Well, yeah, but their dynamic, like
Their
the dynamic
dynamic
between the
is
two of
very
them
close.
is really similar. Plus, I mean, Helena Bonham Carter was in both of them.
Yeah.
So,
I've been in Les Mis before, and really dissecting them as characters, I don't want to be around them, let alone be stuck for a year and a half with them.
that is completely fair. I wouldn't want to either. Like, especially after everything that they did to, like, Cosette, like...
Oh my god. Yeah, and then I forget the lyrics, but, like, they're talking about how they make, like, their sausage, and it's mix it in the mincer and pretend it's beef.
Yeah. It's like horse, rat.
Yeah.
I know in the movie they throw a toe in there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's disgusting.
That's kind of why I'm like, maybe
That
not.
is completely fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like, one of my favorite musical moments, is in Epiphany in Sweeney Todd.
Same.
When he's doing the, what is it?
You, sir.
Yes! Yes, the you, sir, to, sir, anybody. How about
Yeah.
a shave? Come on, Sweeney's waiting. That whole thing gives me chills every single time I watch the movie.
This is a little off tangent, but this is also about Sweeney Todd. I saw a local production a few years ago, and it was in I don't want to call it a black box theater, but like pretty much a black box theater. And I was front row center, and at the end of the show, when, spoiler alert, Toby, is that the kid's name?
Mm-hmm.
When he kills Sweeney, he looks up at the audience and runs toward the center front row seat.
Oh my gosh, that is terrifying. And you were sitting right there.
Yes, this happened like 4 or 5 years ago. It still haunts me if I'm still
I can imagine
thinking
why.
of it. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
If you haven't seen the movie, it is a very good representation of the
Yeah.
stage show.
I am forever upset that they didn't include the Attend the Tale of Sweeney Todd.
Oh, me too. That's like the iconic. That's like so iconic. They even put it in The Office when they did it. Like, it's
Yeah.
that iconic.
But my straight play character was Hamlet from
Of course.
Hamlet.
He's your like man crush Monday. Every single Monday.
I love Hamlet. I want to play Ophelia. She's my like major dream play role. But I could not be stuck with him. He'd
Fair.
go insane. I mean, he's already insane.
Fair. That is totally fair.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Like, I think
I
like,
have
for
some-
Shakespearean, I think I
Oh,
would
yeah.
hate to be with like. I feel like Tybalt. Like, he's such a
Yeah.
jerk. Like,
I also thought Othello from
yeah,
Othello.
yeah.
I love how we're only choosing men for this one.
Because Shakespeare wrote annoying men. The men in all Shakespearean plays just annoy the crap out of me.
I have
Lysander.
one. I have
Lysander from A
one
Midsummer
woman.
Night's Dream also annoys me.
Lady M from the Scottish play.
Okay.
I would not want to be
That's-
stuck with her.
Yeah, me neither. I
Or
think
the
that'd
witches
be-
in general from that play.
I was just gonna say the witches from the Scottish play.
Yeah. Our friend is working on it, so it's been like in the back of my mind for a while.
Yeah, just that's just not a very good play. I don't think any character from that play I'd want to be with.
Yeah.
I don't know why when we're talking about this now, it's making me think of, oh shoot, what is that play called? It's another Shakespearean one. It's
Oh, also, this isn't Shakespeare, but any of the girls in The Crucible.
fair. Abigail terrifies me.
Yes. I love The Crucible so much. But,
Yeah, it's good. Oh shoot, I did it in high school. That's when I was on stage crew. So fun fact about me, I did theater, like acting in plays for the first 2 years of high school. And my high school had a program where it was like, oh, if you stay after school and you're like a part of this thing of like an arts conservatory. Basically, it was like after school to extend your theater or art or music, or we had one that was for film, like a bunch of stuff like that. And I was a part of the theater one, and basically at the end of your high school, if you stayed for 3 years in the conservatory program, you got extra recognition at graduation. And I did for that because it looks good on college resumes.
I was part of the Tri-M Music Honor Society.
Yeah, things like that. Yeah.
I thought of another one from a musical that I would not want to be stuck in with. So this is a musical based on Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist. Oliver, I would not want to be... Well, first of all, I don't want to be stuck with anyone in Oliver, but especially Bill Sikes.
Kids. Oh.
No, Bill Sikes. I've been in the show. Bill Sikes terrifies me.
I've only seen Oliver once, so I don't really remember anything about it.
Spoiler alert for the end of Oliver. Bill Sikes is the villain of the show. He is married to Nancy, who is our female protagonist. And at the end of the show, he literally clubs her to death with his cane.
That's terrifying.
He's
I
not
also wouldn't
nice.
want to be... Yeah. And like going back to Tuck Everlasting, I wouldn't want to be stuck with the man in the yellow suit or either.
No.
Like he in the movie, if you've seen the movie, he is so creepy in the movie, and I cannot remember off the top of my head who the actor is who plays him, but he does such a good job of being like giving you that uneasy feeling.
Yeah.
Because like his whole character is basically just like you're supposed to feel uneasy around him and you don't know why until the end. And like even in the book you get this uneasy feeling when he shows up, and like it's just it's so good. I just yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. We should probably move on. I could talk about this all day.
Oh, same. Thinking of more fandoms I'm a part of, and I'm like, oh.
Same.
Like Narnia.
Oh, yeah.
I have a list.
I have one for like Gravity Falls. I love Gravity Falls.
I love Narnia for being stuck in quarantine with the Beavers. Just both of them. Mrs. Beaver would cook you a nice home. It's the same with Molly. She's literally Molly in this situation. And then not stuck in quarantine with, I love him, but Tumnus, because he sells Lucy out in the first one. I can't trust him after that.
Yeah. I feel that. I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, we should probably move on. So for this next segment, we asked some friends of ours, and we also asked our Instagram. So if you're not following us on Instagram, go follow us there. It's Fan Fatales Pod. It'll be linked in our bio, or in our description for this podcast episode.
Yeah. And it's also linked in just the podcast page in general.
True.
So we got some suggestions from the Q&A function on Instagram stories. And we'll feature you guys later when we have some questions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some Boink, Marry, Kill from some people who have sent these to us. And let me tell you, there are some on here that are real toughies, and then there are some that are way too easy.
Yeah. So ready?
There are definitely some on here that I'm like, I already know. I'm like, done. Like, no questions asked, done.
Our first trio is Ventress, Obi-Wan, and Satine.
Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna like off Ventress, like bye girl. And then I'm gonna boink Obi-Wan.
Okay, I'm gonna marry Obi-Wan.
Okay, but like he's a Jedi. He can't commit.
True.
So like that's why I'm just gonna boink him, because then it's like, you know, wham bam, thank you ma'am. Plus like he's fine. And then I'm gonna marry Satine, because she's like my character, and I feel like a very close connection to Satine, and it makes me really sad when they kill her, and
I would boink Satine and marry Obi-Wan and kill Ventress.
Ventress is getting killed no matter what, hands down.
Okay, so this next one.
Okay, whoever sent this in was like trying to mess with us or something.
I know who sent it in. It's our girl Paloma. Who sent
Girl.
in the first two.
Girl. Paloma. Girl. What'd you try to do? They all look the same. It's all clones.
So it's Jango Fett,
Who's
Commander Cody, and Rex.
Yeah, and Jango Fett is the, like, blueprint for the clones. So, it's
I'm marrying
basically all
Rex.
clones.
I'm marrying Rex.
Honestly, same. I'd probably kill Jango and Boink Cody.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
This
Rex
next one
like,
is hard.
Rex is, like, such a, like, good guy.
I love Rex.
Dude,
It's
me
funny.
too.
So, some of the girls at Enigma, we were on Zoom yesterday doing not Buzzfeed quizzes, but pretty much, and we did Bad Batch Crew, and one of them was, who's your favorite clone? And all four of us answered the same one when we did our round, and it was Rex.
Yeah, Rex is the best.
Yeah.
He just is.
So what about this next one? Being Padme,
next
Leia, and Ahsoka. It hurts me.
It really hurts me, and I think you're going to be really upset with my answer, because I was thinking about this last night.
I've thought about it, and I'm like,
I was looking at this list last night, and I was really thinking about this one for a while. And I think I've decided you're going to hate me, and I think Ashley's going to hate me. Ashley, I'm so sorry. But I'm going to kill Ahsoka. I know. I'm probably going to boink Leia and marry Padme.
okay.
I know, like, a lot of people in our friend group, like, a lot of our friends are going to be really mad at me for saying that, but I just, like, I'm not as connected to Ahsoka as I am to Leia and Padme. I just don't, like, I love her. I think she's fantastic.
You see,
but
my
she
problem
also
is,
kind of annoys me sometimes.
My problem is just like Satine is literally your character in Enigma, Padme is literally mine. I'm just the evil separatist Padme.
Yeah. I mean, you're not even evil. You're just a separatist Padme.
True. I mean, the first episode, you think I'm evil.
A little bit.
Okay. I'm looking at the list. I literally am just like, I don't know. Gut feeling is marry Padme, because, like, Naboo wedding, first of all.
Yes.
Second of all, her wardrobe, we would get access to.
I would just steal all of it, especially the lake dress.
Third of all, she's already a wife, and I love her.
Yeah. She's like space.
She's
space
actually,
wife.
so I have a Star Wars, Women of Star Wars calendar, and this month is Queen Amidala, so it's like she's literally hilarious. Watching me right now.
She's like, girl, you better not kill me. She's like, I'm
like
already
staring
dead. You
into
better
my
not kill
soul.
me again.
It's fun. Plus, I get sad when she dies, so.
Dude, me too. It, like, hurts my heart every single time.
Yeah.
And anybody who says that she just, like, died in childbirth or gave up, like, that's BS. Yeah. And you know it.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows.
We'll have an episode about our unpopular Star Wars opinions, Gabby.
Like, okay, Gabby? But everybody knows. Everybody knows it's BS. I just, like...
I think I don't want to... I don't... I'm in pain. It's fine. I think I want to boink Ahsoka.
You are not.
But I don't want to kill Leia is the problem. But, like...
But you have to.
Okay, but my reasoning is when I first got into Star Wars, it was because of Clone Wars and Rebels mostly.
Okay, that's
which
fair.
features Padme and Ahsoka. So, like, without Ahsoka, I would not be a Star Wars fan.
Star Wars, yeah.
And I wouldn't have met Gabby.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or my boyfriend. Fair. So, that is my reasoning. I do not want to kill Leia. I love her. She is literally my queen. I literally have a stained glass thing of Leia on the opposite side of my room from Queen Amidala.
That's fair. I mean, like...
Hey.
For me, like, I got into the Star Wars movies when I was a kid, kind of. Like, I watched them when I was a kid, and, like, Leia was always there, and she was, like, always my favorite.
I got into it the year that Rebels came out.
Okay, so not too long ago.
No.
But, like, I wasn't, like, a true fan until earlier this year when I rewatched them all over again.
I was a true fan after watching Rebels. I, like, literally grew up with Rebels. I remember watching all of season 1 without watching Clone Wars first, Ahsoka coming in, and during the break between season 1 and 2, I watched all of Clone Wars so I could understand Ahsoka.
That makes sense.
In the later episodes.
That totally makes sense. But yeah, I have, like, this little connection to Leia, because ever since I was a kid, like, she was always, like, the Star Wars princess.
Yeah. Okay. Han, Luke,
one,
and Leia.
The original trio. Mwah. Boink Han, marry Leia, kill Luke. Gut feeling. I didn't even think about it. I just went into it.
Marry Leia. Han kind of annoys me, so I think I'm gonna kill him off. I'm sorry.
That's okay. He is kind of annoying, but it's Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
And he's just like...
And then Boink Luke.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, but what about this next trio?
This next trio came kind of out of nowhere. This next trio is, like, just, like, totally random.
So it's Lando, Kylo Ren, and Din Djarin. So the Mandalorian. I think you know who I'm gonna choose to marry. Looking at my mug.
Yeah, she has for those who can't see, she has a Grogu mug right now.
So I'm gonna marry Din Djarin.
Of course.
Think Boink Lando.
Aha.
Gut feeling.
Okay.
And kill Kylo.
This is where we differ. I mean, like, okay,
I'm sorry, but my adopted space son would be Grogu if I marry Din.
That's true. Here's the thing: are we talking like Kylo Ren, or are we talking like Ben
It says
Solo?
Kylo Ren, so Kylo Ren.
Okay, then yeah, I'd probably do the same thing.
Okay,
but like, I don't know. I have a weird thing about bad boys, so I kind of might boink Kylo just cause I can. Okay, you can't tell me if, like, Kylo Ren were to come up to you in a bar and we're like, hey, and, like, start hitting on you, like, you wouldn't go with him. Like, come on. You can't say, like, you wouldn't.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I think Adam Driver is very attractive.
Okay.
And that's what a lot of this is based on.
So our last Star Wars trio.
Yeah.
Being Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ahsoka Tano.
I can't do this one.
You can't?
No, I can't. I'm gonna kill Ahsoka again if I have to do this one.
You see, I'm marrying Ahsoka.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kill Ahsoka, marry Anakin, boink Obi-Wan.
I'm gonna marry Ahsoka, boink Obi-Wan, and kill Anakin.
Kill Anakin.
Most of the problems in the Star Wars universe would be solved if you kill Anakin.
Kill Anakin. Yeah, I know. But, like, also, if you kill Anakin, that makes you Padme. So, or if you marry Anakin, that makes you Padme. So...
True.
I'm like, fine.
But I love Ahsoka.
Yeah, I don't know. I like her. I think she's a badass.
Yeah.
But she kind of annoys me sometimes. Okay, so now we're going to get into some, like, Marvel groupings.
Yes.
So the first one is going to be Cap, Iron Man, or Thor.
I think I know yours. Because I think it's the exact same as mine.
Yeah, probably.
Marry Cap, kill Iron Man, boink Thor.
Yep, exactly the same. Yeah, and we already talked about the reasons why we would do that between Cap and Iron Man. And I think Thor is just, like, he's just, like, so soft. And, like, he's just, like, I think he would be so nice.
Like Ragnarok Thor.
Yes, I think he would be so sweet. And it would be, like, really cute. And he'd, like, I would just be, like, down for that. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is going to be Hawkeye, Loki, or War Machine, or Rhodey.
Okay. I have a gut feeling.
Go for it.
So we already see Hawkeye as a great husband and father.
That is so true.
So marry Hawkeye, boink Loki, kill War Machine.
I agree.
I love
completely
Loki.
agree.
I love Loki.
I do too. And I don't know, Rhodey and Tony are like in the same kind of vibe for me. Rhodey just kind of gets on my nerves the same way Tony does. Like, they think that they're right all the time. Also, I don't like that they changed the actor for Rhodey. Like, after the first Iron Man movie. Like, I definitely think that the guy who plays Rhodey now, whose name just suddenly fell out of my brain, I think he plays Rhodey very well. And I like him a lot better than the guy in the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah.
But, that being said, like, I don't know, that just kind of, like, that always bothered me. Like, that it wasn't the same.
Yeah. And so our last Marvel group is Natasha, Wanda, and Pepper.
Pepper Potts. All of our girls. We love them all.
I know I said I didn't want to be stuck in quarantine with Wanda.
I know.
However, marry Wanda.
Really? I think I might get some hate for my answer, but I'm going to marry Pepper.
Okay.
I'm going to boink Nat.
I'm going to boink Nat, and I'm going to kill Pepper.
I just think Pepper, she's so organized.
Yeah. I don't know.
She gets ish done.
I just love Wanda.
I know. Okay, so our next groupings are all gonna be Harry Potter.
Yes.
And we were talking about this before we started recording, but we didn't want to do any of the, like, kids because we just felt a little weird about it.
So it's gonna be more so like our adult.
Yeah, so we're gonna have, like, the Marauders, and we're gonna have, like, parents and people like that. Just cause
all the parents.
Yeah, just because, like, the kids, like, they're kids. And
yeah, we got some suggestions for kids, and I felt uncomfortable even including them on our list.
Yeah, so we're just gonna, like, not touch on them.
Yeah.
That was a bad choice of words.
Okay, so our first grouping is James, Sirius, and Remus. So 3 of the 4 Marauders. It's hard. I cosplay one of them. I do a femme version of one
Marauders,
of them.
Easily.
Yeah.
The best Marauders.
I cosplay one of them, and I cosplay the wife of one of them, and I cosplay technically the significant other of one of them.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna do Boink Sirius, kill James, marry Remus.
I think the same. Remus would be a great husband.
I totally agree. I mean, like, if you see the way he's with Tonks, and, like, I think he's just so great with her. Yeah. And I think they're, like, really cute together. And I think he's just, like, Remus. The sweetest. Like, he would wear sweaters all the time, and I like sweaters.
I love Remus.
Yeah.
I cosplay Remus. I do a femme version of Remus.
And it's fantastic.
Thank you. So next is our Black sisters. So Bellatrix, Andromeda, and Narcissa. Black / their respective last names.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna
kill Bellatrix.
Yeah.
Marry Andromeda. Boink Narcissa.
Yeah. I mean, Narcissa's so freaking pretty in the movies.
I love her.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and Andromeda marries a Hufflepuff, and I'm a Hufflepuff.
And she's like seen as like the abomination of the family because she like was like actually a good person.
And
like Sirius,
she's a great grandmother to Teddy Lupin.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, can we
totally?
I love Teddy Lupin.
I totally agree.
So now on to our 4 trios for Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Our first one is some villains.
Some evil queens.
Yes. So we have Maleficent, Ursula, and the Evil Queen from Snow White.
Okay. I'm gonna
marry Maleficent.
Yup.
Boink Evil Queen.
Oh.
Kill Ursula.
I'm gonna flip the last 2. I'm gonna boink Maleficent, marry Ursula, and kill the Evil Queen.
Okay.
Ever since I was a kid, she just always kind of freaked me out.
Okay. I understand.
Plus, Ursula is like, she's like a magic queen.
True.
Like,
I just loved Maleficent.
I do too.
so dearly. Next is Flynn, Kristoff, and Aladdin. I already have mine.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Mary
Flynn. No, Mary Flynn. Sorry, Mary Flynn, Boink, Kristoff, kill Aladdin.
Okay, so ours are very similar. Mine's Mary, Kristoff, Boink, Flynn, and kill Aladdin.
Kill Aladdin. Dude, Aladdin, he's just like...
I will tell you more about my feelings on Aladdin. But yeah, you can't trust him.
I don't trust him. Plus, like, all the time, people tell me all the time, like, my personality is like that of Rapunzel. And so, like, I
feel like I'm more of an Anna.
You definitely are.
Yeah.
And Anna and Rapunzel are cousins, so... Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird to think about.
The next one is going to be... This one's kind of, like, an odd grouping. Like,
blame our editor, Kara, for this. Blame her.
Kara wrote this one in? This one's really, really, like, whoa.
She was trying to do Disney sidekicks, but didn't want to include any of the animal sidekicks, so this is what happened.
Oh, gosh. Oh. Okay, I thought it was Merlin the fish, not Merlin from Black Cauldron.
No, Merlin from Sword in the Stone.
I mean, Sword in the Stone, right. Sword in the Stone, sorry.
Merlin the fish.
I thought it was Merlin the fish.
Wait, what? From what?
Sorry. Whew. Okay, so it's gonna be Kronk, LeFou, and Merlin from the Sword in the Stone.
I'm gonna marry Kronk. And I don't know about the other two.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I'm gonna marry Kronk.
I'm gonna marry Kronk.
He's always gonna be cooking that good food.
The spinach
you're never
puffs.
gonna have to cook a day in your life.
Puffs.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I think I'm gonna Boink Merlin because I don't know. But he's like, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
You see,
LeFou's just kind of annoying.
Are we counting live action LeFou?
I haven't seen the live action one, so I'm thinking
even though
like the
he's
original.
Definitely gay in the live action one.
Oh yeah.
Boink LeFou.
Actually, I think I'm with you on that one. I don't know. That's such a tough one.
He's well educated in the live action one. Like he's using like a high.
He's like he's not just like a dingus.
He's not just
the
a
live
dweeb.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and the last one is
kill Merlin. And then the last one is more of our villains.
Yeah, and these are some like villains that people like are very polarized about. Like they're either like they're like super hot or they're super not.
And I'm pretty sure Eloise sent this one in.
Okay. So these are gonna be Jafar, Hades, and Hook. And I'm thinking I kind of want
marry
like,
Hades, Boink.
I'm thinking Hook.
No. Marry Hook.
Yeah, Hades got that temper, you know?
Marry Hook, Boink Hades.
But like Hades
Kill
and
Jafar?
Persephone though, so is he gonna be like, you know, if like he's in love, is he gonna be like all lovey-dovey? Or like...
But like, this is Disney's Hercules Hades. We don't see Persephone in that.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so I think you're right. I think I'm gonna...
Marry Hook.
I'm gonna marry Hook, Boink Hades, and kill Jafar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah, those just seem right.
Yeah. We are already at 49 minutes. How many of these quizzes do we want to do?
Wow.
Or do we want to save the quizzes for next week's episode and do a whole episode on different BuzzFeed quizzes?
Let's just do a few. This episode can go a little long. I think it'll be okay. There's definitely some parts that can get like edited down.
Yeah. We love you, Kara.
Love you.
Do you?
Okay. So now that you know, like kind of awkward, those last few are over.
So we're gonna go into some BuzzFeed quizzes. So
For
the first one
sure.
we're going to do is plan your dream vacation, and we'll reveal which Disney princess you are.
Yeah. So the first question is, where are you going? And the choices are New York City, Italy, Paris, Sydney, Tokyo, London, Germany, and Hawaii. I think I'm
London.
going to choose... Oh, I'm going to choose Paris. I've always wanted to
Okay.
go to Paris. So the next one is, when are you going? In January, so basically all of the months except for December and November, I think. January, February,
Except for March.
May. Yeah. Okay.
June,
January,
July.
oopsie, January, February, May.
October, September,
October.
August, June, and April.
Yeah, I just should have read them. I think I would like to go to Paris when it's like snowy but not like too cold, so like in the fall, so maybe like October-ish would be nice.
Yeah. I was
What are you
thinking
thinking?
about April.
That's nice too.
Yeah. Okay, so how
Okay.
long are you staying? 2 days, 4 days, 8 to 10 weeks, 2 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, 1 month, 5 days, 1 year.
I think
2 weeks?
I would like to stay for like a while. Like I've always wanted to go to like Europe and like spend
Yeah.
a lot of time in Europe. So
I've
think I'm
been
gonna
to Ireland. I haven't been like anywhere else in Europe.
Okay, I think I'm gonna say 8 to 10 weeks because that gives me enough time to do all of the stuff I want to do.
You know what? I'm going to do 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay. The next question is, where are you staying? In a tent, a hotel, a tree house, a cruise
I know which
ship,
one I'm doing.
a cottage, a caravan, a castle, or a modern apartment? I want to stay in this little cottage.
I
It
do
looks
too.
So cute.
Yes.
It's
And
like-
living out our best fantasy vibes. Lord of the
right?
Rings.
Living out my best like Belle
Lord of the
vibes.
Rings, Belle vibes.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then who are we going with? Your sister, your pet, me, myself, and I, your significant other, your whole family. Oh, hell no.
No.
Your friends, just your best friend, or your kids. Well, neither of us have kids, so definitely not that one.
I think my friends.
I think I want to take my significant other.
It's either Sean or my friends.
Yeah, I don't think that's like anything Zach would really be into, but like I'd be really into it, and so he'd be into it because I'm into it. It's like one of those things where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're really cute, so yes.
Sean really likes like a lot of I'm thinking about this because of like Harry Potter and Narnia, and all my major fandoms take place in the UK for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And he likes a lot of them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Lobster.
French food. I'm not gonna eat just like whatever. The question is, what are you eating? And the options are burritos, lobster, fast food, sandwiches, fruit, bread, soup, or sausages. I think I'm gonna eat bread because like that French bread is so good.
True. That's how lobster went.
Lobster is pretty good too. What are you doing on day 1? Painting, cooking, reading, horseback riding, swimming, partying, dancing, or sightseeing?
Again, living out my best fantasy vibes. I'm gonna horseback ride
Sounds fantastic. I think I'm gonna go.
in the
I
British
would love to
countryside.
take a painting. Huh?
In the British countryside.
Oh, for sure. I think I would love to take like a French painting class and like, oh, that just sounds so like wonderful and
Yeah.
like sipping like with wine and painting. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, so day 2, what are you doing? Shopping, singing, eating, sightseeing, working out, sitting on the beach, gossiping, or seeing a show.
Definitely shopping.
I'm seeing a show on the West End.
Oh, for sure. What Disney song will you keep jamming to? When will my life begin? A whole new world. Someday my prince will come. How can you jam to that song? A dream is a wish your heart makes.
How can you
part of
jam
your
to
world.
that song?
Beauty
Some
and the
things you
Beast.
can't jam
Almost
to.
there. Or I'll make a man out of you.
Part of your world.
I think.
I just watched the Waking Sleeping Beauty documentary
Ooh.
on Disney Plus, and it's about the Disney Renaissance period.
Ooh, I bet that's really interesting. I love the
It
Disney
is,
Renaissance. I was just watching all those videos,
and it was-
all those movies not too long ago.
And the most interesting part, and I knew this fact going into it, was the fact that the producers for Little Mermaid wanted to cut Part of Your World. Because in original test of the movie, it did not do well with audiences. So they were going to cut it.
Gosh.
But Howard Ashman fought for it and was literally like, I'm going to leave this project if you cut my song.
Wow. That's like intense.
Yeah.
For that one, I chose When Will My Life Begin?
Okay.
And the last one is How Will You Get There? By carriage, walking, train, boat, horse, magic carpet, helicopter, or magic.
If magic's available to me, I'm choosing magic.
I think I want to live out like my fantasy dreams and take a carriage. That sounds so romantic. Who'd you get?
Who'd you get? I got Ariel.
I got Belle.
Oh my gosh. Well, you chose French for your whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to visit Paris.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I see me as Ariel.
I see it.
Yeah.
You're very adventurous and like I see that.
Thank
and
you.
I'm very much the type of person who like just wants to like chill.
Yeah. So next on to which Harry Potter and Marvel characters are you a perfect combination of?
Yeah, the first question is how would your friends describe you?
Brave, ambitious, goofy, hardworking, loyal, and passionate.
I don't know. How would you describe me, Em?
I don't know. I think you're very passionate, like, about
I am.
everything. Yeah. What about me?
I think you're really, I don't even know. Probably ambitious. You have like so many hopes and dreams and I'm like so excited for you.
Oh, thank you. Ooh,
Okay.
choose a color scheme for your superhero outfit. So it's like a burgundy, black, yellow, and blue. Black, green, green, and blue.
So it's Hulk.
Yeah. Red, white. What would you say? Like a
Orange?
pale
Like
orange?
peach?
Yeah, like a peach and teal.
Like a teal. Like dark teal though, not
Yeah.
like bright teal.
Red, white, and blue. So
Of
cap.
course, cap.
Purple and blue. And then teals, black and blue. I'm doing the purple and blue scheme. It's like a lavender, a light blue, and then dark blue and dark purple.
I think I'm gonna do the one next to it, that like teal one. Actually,
Yeah.
I kind of like the purples too. I'm gonna go with the purples.
My two favorite colors are purple and blue, so
Fair.
Oh.
Mine's pink.
pick someone you would want to attend the Yule Ball with. And the choices are Nick Young from Crazy Rich Asians, Wonder Woman from Wonder Woman, Peter Kavinsky from To All of the Boys I've Loved Before, Jim Halpert from The Office. How do you pronounce it? I've never seen Walking Dead.
Neither have I. I don't know. Michonne?
I'm sorry for anyone who
I'm
watches
so
The Walking
sorry
Dead.
for anybody.
And then
Yeah, we have no idea who that is.
Kara, if you have seen the show, please put in your
How to say it.
pronunciation for her.
As someone who has watched The Walking Dead for many years, the pronunciation is Michonne.
And then Willow Rosenberg from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm choosing Wonder Woman.
I think I'm gonna choose Jim. I think like Zach and Jim are really similar, and it makes me like,
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Okay, so choose something to eat after a day of fighting crime. Pizza,
And then we got
tacos, cheeseburger, shawarma, salad, and cake.
You know me. I'm gonna go with something super easy. I'm gonna go with that pizza. I'm like, I love pizza. Like,
I
slice
love
of, like,
tacos.
thick, greasy pizza sounds so good.
If there was one thing that I could eat the rest of my life, it would be tacos, because there's so many different types of tacos.
there are a ton of different types of tacos.
So you could do fish tacos, you could do
Chicken, beef.
shrimp, beef.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options. Choose something important from Harry Potter. And we have the invisibility cloak, a time turner, the Elder Wand, Tom Riddle's diary, Harry's glasses, and the golden snitch. Invisibility cloak.
I think I'm gonna choose the diary.
And then the last one. Finally, which Marvel character would you rather be handcuffed to for an entire day? And our options are none of these. Doctor Strange, Hulk, Shuri, Rocket, Scarlet Witch, and Gamora. I'm gonna narrow this down. Rocket would be annoying. Hulk would be annoying.
Notice it says like Hulk, not Bruce. So there's a huge difference between Hulk and Bruce, right? So yeah,
not Hulk.
definitely not Hulk.
I'm in between two.
I'm thinking Shuri.
Yeah, I was in between her and Scarlet Witch. So I think I'm
I
gonna
think
go
she'd be
Scarlet
a
Witch.
blast to hang out with.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So mine says, you're a combo of Rufus Hagrid and Star-Lord. Like Hagrid, you have a heart of gold and you're constantly looking out for the underdog. And like Star-Lord, you've overcome some hardship in your life, but never let it get you down. You're kind, honest, and courageous. That is like pretty on the nose.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You're a combo of Hermione Granger and Black Widow. Like Hermione, you're a planner who likes to take control of any situation. Very true. And like Black Widow, you never back down from a challenge. You're cunning, intuitive, and ambitious.
Yes, that is very, like, on the nose.
Yeah. So this next one is, want to know which Hamilton character matches your personality? Just plan a Disney Plus marathon to find out.
Yeah, and the first question is to choose a Pixar movie. So we got Inside Out.
Not Cars.
Ratatouille, Toy Story, Monsters, Inc., and Nemo. I'm going to choose Monsters, Inc. because I've always loved Monsters, Inc. It's a classic, and I love it.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do Ratatouille.
Okay, I love Ratatouille too.
I said not Cars, by the way, because the child I babysit for, he's been really into Cars recently, and I've just watched that for the past couple weeks. I love him.
Fun.
But...
Next is choose a princess movie: Tangled, Princess and the Frog, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, or Aladdin. Of course, I'm going to choose Tangled. I'm going to
choose Beauty and the Beast. I
can't not choose Tangled.
Ooh, choose a live-action remake. Jungle Book, Dumbo, Aladdin, Lion King, Alice in Wonderland, and 101 Dalmatians. Out of those, Jungle Book.
I used to, like, watch the 101 Dalmatians movie on Disney Channel all the time, but I'm gonna go with Aladdin because I think the dancing and the costumes are spectacular in that movie.
You see, so out of any of the changes made to the original story, when they transferred it to the live-action form, the Jungle Book translated the best.
I do think it translated really well, but I also really like how they gave like Jasmine like a spine.
True.
I like that they actually made her like a strong female character. It is fantastic, and Naomi Scott played that role amazingly.
Oh yeah.
I know people got kind of upset because she like isn't like Arabic or anything like that, but like as an Arabic person, I don't mind at all. Like, I think she did a fantastic job, and had they had anybody else do it, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
So the next one is choose an MCU movie. So we got Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Guardians, and Captain America, the First Avenger. Ooh, this one's hard, because I love Guardians, but I also love Cap so much.
You see, I'm in between Black Panther and Guardians. I think I'm going to do Guardians.
Black Panther is pretty fantastic, too.
I'm going to do Guardians.
Okay, then I'll do Cap just because of Peggy. I love Peggy.
Okay. So choose a classic movie. So we have Snow White, Pinocchio, Fantasia, Bambi, Alice in Wonderland, and Peter Pan. And I'm choosing Peter Pan because my girl Wendy's in it.
I'm going to choose Alice.
Okay, so choose another movie. And it has The Parent Trap, the Lindsay Lohan remake, Parent Trap. The Odd Life of Timothy Green, The BFG, A Wrinkle in Time, The Haunted Mansion movie, and Princess Diaries. Gotta choose Princess Diaries.
Oh, for sure. Princess Diaries is the best.
Yeah. Choose a Disney Channel movie.
Yes, I love these options so much. We have Johnny Tsunami. First of all, yes. Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. Yes. Princess Protection Program. Amazing. Camp Rock. 10 out of 10. High School Musical. Amazing. And Lemonade Mouth. Like, amazing. How can you choose?
I'm in between three.
I'm like, you can't choose.
Though, I think I'm gonna go with Camp Rock. So the first show I did with the community theater group I did in high school, went with in high school, the summer camp production that introduced me to the group was Camp Rock, the stage version of that, which actually combines both movies. Like, it has songs from the first movie, but it's the plot of the second one.
Interesting.
I mean, it has This Is Me, as I mean, they put songs from the first movie. And it's literally, like, before the camp star people are like, hey, come over here and see our campfire.
Interesting.
Yeah. The High School Musical.
I chose High School Musical.
Okay.
I have always loved High School Musical. I love it so much.
Oh,
I still watch it to this day. I watch it all the time.
So I said
last one
to Star Wars. Oh, no, it's not the last one. It's the second to last one.
Second to last one is choose a Star Wars movie. We have Episode 4, A New Hope, Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Episode, what is that?
8.
The Last
8.
Jedi. Solo, and Rogue One.
So my favorite is not on this list.
Neither is mine.
What's your favorite?
Attack of the Clones.
Oh, mine's Return of the Jedi, so.
I also like Return of the Jedi.
I think I'm going to do Rogue One.
I was going to do Rogue One too. And I'm thinking I'm going to do Empire Strikes Back just because I like the whole montage with Luke in the, in the swamp.
Yeah. So
I love that scene.
The last one is choose a Disney Plus original, and I've only seen 2 of them.
I have only seen one of them.
So it
I'm
has
just
Lady
gonna
and the
do that
Tramp,
one.
Stargirl, Timmy, Failure, Mistakes Were Made, Togo, The Untold True Story, Noelle, and Artemis Fowl. I've seen Noelle, and I love it.
I've only seen Noelle, and it's really cute.
I got Eliza Hamilton. You're usually
course.
seen as reserved, trusting, and kind. Well, that's true. You're also a loving and loyal person. However, you're also known for being passionate and fierce when it comes to standing up for what you believe in.
Take a guess who I got.
Peggy?
Mm-mm.
Angelica?
Yeah. Let's face it, you're usually the center of attention. No. You love hanging out in large crowds and meeting new people because you're a true social butterfly. Okay, yeah. Others would describe you as intelligent, witty, and trustworthy.
Okay.
Fair.
So the next one is travel the world to find out which Star Wars planet should you live on. So the first one is pick a city in the U.S. you'd like to visit. Los Angeles, New Orleans, Seattle, Las Vegas, Chicago, or New York. I'm choosing New York because Broadway.
I think I'm going to choose New Orleans. I've always wanted to go to New Orleans.
Oh, I love New Orleans. Sometimes when my family goes to visit our family in Texas, we'll drive through and stop in New Orleans for a day.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a fun trip.
So next question is, which Asian country would you like to visit? Thailand, Singapore, Japan, India, Vietnam, or China?
Japan.
I was just going to say Japan, just because there's so much fun, museums and so many cool, things there.
Yeah. Choose a European destination. London, Athens, Amsterdam, Paris, Rome, and Madrid.
I think I'm going to go with London for this one. Oh, but I would really like to go see Madrid, too. That seems really cool.
You see, I want to see Athens. I'm a Greek mythology girl, so.
I'm going to go with Madrid for this one.
Okay. Oh, I don't know.
Pick a country from South America. Argentina, Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Chile, or Ecuador. I think I'm going to choose Peru. That's where, Machu Picchu is. Let's go find us a Cusco, you know?
Yeah. I think I'm going to do Brazil.
Okay. Choose an African country. Morocco, South Africa, Ghana, Madagascar, Egypt, or Kenya.
Egypt.
I'm going to go with Morocco. My mom loved Morocco. She said it was a fantastic trip, so I'd love to go there. And lastly, choose a random destination. Hong Kong, Sydney, Berlin, Honolulu, Seoul, or Istanbul.
Honolulu.
Oh, for sure. Honolulu is gorgeous. I love it there. What'd you get?
Dathomir. So the homeworld
gosh.
of Darth Maul and Asajj Ventress.
Oh my goodness, I got Naboo.
How did I get Dathomir? Help. I know. Wait. What's funny is, so our editor, she's coming up with a OC that's the sister of Darth Maul. So it's kind of funny that I got Dathomir. Right, Kara?
Yeah, that is really funny.
Yes, shout out to my girl Scylla, my OC. Check her out, Scylla Opress on TikTok, SCILLA Opress with 1 P. So yeah, check her out.
I think we should have time for one more.
Yeah, so
And I think
do you want to do the underrated Disney character or the
let's
universe?
do that one.
Okay. So this one is go on a quest and we'll tell you which underrated Disney character matches your personality.
Or actually, should we do the other one because it covers more ground than the other one?
Yeah, let's do that one. So it's would you fit in better in Star Wars, Marvel, or the Disney universe?
Okay.
Let's
the first
see.
one is choose your weapon: a lightsaber, a suit, I can use my hands, or magic. I'm gonna go with magic.
I'm gonna go with lightsaber because that means that you're probably force sensitive.
Pick a Marvel movie. Avengers Endgame, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, Thor Ragnarok, Captain America Civil War, Iron Man 3, or The Avengers.
Endgame.
Ragnarok.
Pick a Star Wars movie. A New Hope, The Last Jedi, Return of the Jedi, Rogue One, Force Awakens, or Revenge of the Sith. And I'm choosing my favorite, Return of the Jedi.
They still don't have Attack of the Clones on here. Nobody likes Attack of the Clones, and it makes me really sad. I think I'm gonna go with Rogue One for this one.
Okay. So pick a Disney movie, and we have The Incredibles, The Lion King, The Jungle Book, Aladdin, Toy Story, Frozen, Beauty and the Beast, and Zootopia. I'm in between two.
I think I'm gonna go Beauty and the Beast.
I think I'm gonna go Lion King. I love Lion King.
And lastly, what's your favorite Marvel, non-Marvel, Disney, or Star Wars movie franchise? Harry Potter.
Yeah, so
Shrek, really?
So the answers are, or the answer choices are Twilight, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Hunger Games, Back to the Future, and Shrek, and we're both choosing Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean, Shrek, really? What'd you get? Star Wars? I got Disney.
I got Star Wars.
Yeah, that seems about right.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Okie dokie. Well, that was lots of fun.
Yes. We
Let's
should do
see,
more.
How much? We will definitely come back to doing that another time.
Yeah.
Because that was really fun. So, to wrap things up tonight, or today, or whenever you're listening to this, really.
Yeah.
We're gonna just like chat a little bit about how being a girl who's like into nerdy things changes how people see us, changes our perception about us and about like who we are as people.
Yeah.
So I personally don't have any like crazy stories to tell, but I do know that I work in a place where we sell like nerdy and we sell like fandom-y type clothing. And there have definitely been some times where when I have been talking about Star Wars to people, especially when I'm talking about Star Wars to like guys who are around our age, right, in their like early 20s, that there's often this like, you don't really know anything about Star Wars because you're a girl.
Yeah, have you seen my comment section on any of my Star Wars, on some of my like, I did a Star Wars Unpopular Opinions a few weeks ago video, and I got a lot of toxic Star Wars fanboys in that video comment section.
Yeah. They like it. I personally, to me, I feel like it's kind of this, how do you know, right? This, oh, how would you know Star Wars are boys movies? But they're really not. They're meant for anybody.
Yeah. Another thing I can think of is I look at other girls who cosplay Rey Skywalker. She is a Skywalker. Don't come for me.
She is.
Yeah. Literally, and this is, so in the novelization of Rise of Skywalker, it talks about at the end of the book, and I've like read that passage, talks about how Poe kind of takes on the Organa legacy when Rey takes on the Skywalker legacy. You know, she brings back the Jedi Temple that Luke was trying to start and that Anakin destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. And she just...
But I see girls' videos and the toxic fanboys that are on those videos, and I've wanted to cosplay her, but I've avoided doing that just because of it.
Same. I've also been to, I have a friend who she has a femme Kylo Ren cosplay.
Yeah.
And we went to Comic-Con one time together. Not like I wasn't dressed up. I was supposed to go as Rey, but I didn't have the pieces I needed for that costume in time. So I ended up just doing my own thing that day. I think I can't even remember who I did that day. You know, but there were a lot of people like on the trolley ride there who were like giving her looks and were like, oh, well, that's not accurate. And there was definitely that attitude of like, that's not how it's supposed to be. And she's like, well, clearly not.
As a cosplayer,
it's a femme cosplay.
First of all, you can be any gender and cosplay. You can be any race and cosplay the character as long as it's not important to the character's race. I'm not saying white people go out and do Tiana or Mulan.
Yeah, because that's
cosplays.
important.
But, like, if it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Hamilton, when people are like, oh, only people of color can play these characters. Where it's like, well, no, the whole point of Hamilton is to expand.
Showing America then with America now.
Yeah, the whole point is to show the diversity of people. It doesn't mean that there's supposed to be, like, only a certain type of person in a certain type of role.
So, the fact that happened to your friend. I do femme cosplays. I actually have a few Star Wars ones planned. Sneaky.
That's exciting.
Ezra Bridger's the one I talk about the most. I actually already do Obi-Wan femme. What am I talking about? But yeah. There's
that attitude of, like, how do you know what that story is, or how do you even know about this character? And it's like, well, you know, I watch the movies and I probably understand this character more than a casual fan would, because we're not just casual fans. No, we're both involved in an original Star Wars story, and we're both
involved as the Enigma admin teams. We're part of the Clone Wars musical admin team.
Yeah, like, we're, like, actively working on original content about these.
I wish
about these movies.
Middle school Emma could see me now as where I am with fandoms, not only starting this podcast with you, Gabby, but with the Clone Wars musical admin team and everything.
Yeah.
'Cause she was majorly bullied for liking Harry Potter and Star Wars and all that stuff. I remember one day showing my friend part of the Team Star Kid thing, and the middle school bully laughing at me showing her a Team Star Kid Harry Potter musical that I really loved.
That's like a piece of history, the Team Star Kid Harry Potter musical. Like, it is iconic and it has its own, like, it's just so fantastic. And I know that, like, later on that the Star Kid team actually did get in a lot of trouble with
originally it was put on YouTube as a very Harry Potter musical. Mm-hmm. But then they got in trouble with Warner Brothers and J.K. Rowling for that. Yeah. So then Team Star Kid took it down and rebranded it to a Harry Potter musical. Well, no. They went from a very Harry Potter musical or Harry Potter the musical was the first title. Then they were going to be like, okay, then let's call it HP the musical. And HP Computers copyrighted them.
Yeah.
So then it's a Harry Potter musical.
A Harry Potter musical. And, you know, like, the thing, it's lucky that they did it the way that they did, because it does, like, in copyright law, there's this little safety bubble called parody. Yeah. And a Harry Potter musical is the definition of parody.
What the hell is a Hufflepuff?
Yeah, exactly. Like, did somebody say Draco Malfoy? Like, that whole thing is the biggest parody ever. Ron with the chocolate bar. Like, yeah, that whole thing is... So they're really lucky that they did it the way they did, because had they done it any other way, I think it would have totally, like, screwed it up. They would have, like, they totally would have been screwed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But, like, Star Kid has made so many other, like, great things that aren't parody as well. Like...
Firebringer?
Yeah, like Firebringer and...
Starship?
Yeah, and Going West, is that the one?
Trail to Oregon. That's actually a parody musical.
Trail to Oregon. That's a what?
It's a parody musical.
Yeah.
It is a parody of the Trail to Oregon video game from the 90s.
Yeah. Every time I think about it, I want to call it Paint Your Wagon, and I know it's not Paint Your Wagon, because Paint Your Wagon is totally different.
My favorite part about Trail to Oregon is that their last name in the show is Dick Rats, and it's just Starkid spelled backwards.
Mm-hmm. I like the one scene where Joey changes characters like 6 or 7 times in like 2 minutes.
Have you seen the blooper video?
Yeah. But like they were really...
But yeah.
You know, did their own thing, and that kind of, I don't know what the right word is, but like it definitely was like an inspiration to a lot of people to make their own like fan created stuff, and that was definitely one of my inspirations when we started talking about the Clone Wars musical.
Same.
And I mean, I didn't want to make like a parody.
No.
Because but like, I think a parody would be hilarious. I mean, there are so many like funny tropes and so many like stupid little like arguments that they could get into, which I think would be the funniest thing to write.
Oh, yeah.
But they were just such an iconic part of that.
Yeah.
And I
yeah,
know
definitely in middle school, I kind of just stopped really talking about any of my major fandoms.
Yeah.
It took me a while. It actually took me Star Wars and seeing strong role models like Harrison Dula and Sabine Wren and Ahsoka Tano and Padme and Leia and all of them.
Yeah. I mean, in middle school, like, that's like one of the worst periods of pretty much anybody I know's life.
Yeah.
And personally, I hated it. I had a terrible time in middle school.
Same.
And I think part of that was because I had to really hide, like, the part of me that was, like, obsessed with Disney and that, like, loved... I didn't really get into Harry Potter till high school, but, like...
Okay.
You know...
I got into it in 2011, right after Deathly Hallows, the movie, Part 2, came out. Okay. So I never got to see any of them in theaters, but I was close.
I didn't get into it until high school.
Fun fact, I got into Harry Potter because I went to a Girl Scout camporee that was magic themed, and for the older girls, it was Harry Potter, and for the younger girls, it was fairies. And I was part of the older girls side. And I think it was like Pixie Hollow fairies specifically, so like Tink and the girls.
That's cool.
Yeah. So my friend at the time, Sarah, tried explaining to me that 7-book, 8-movie franchise in like 4 minutes on our way
easy
street. Well, John Cosart does it in 99 seconds in a video.
That is the most fantastic video.
He did a Star Wars one.
I did see the Star Wars one.
I like the Star Wars one.
Yeah.
But yeah. What was your first fandom?
Disney. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, Disney was mine because, like, I was a kid growing up with the Disney movies.
Exactly.
But, like, other than Disney, it would have been Narnia for me.
First was Disney, and then was Marvel. But I didn't get into Marvel until probably middle school.
Oh, Narnia was literally... So, the first of the Narnia movies, the Disney Narnia movies, so Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, that came out in 2005.
I remember that movie.
And I was 4 years old, and I loved it. And the next year, my little sister was born, and I remember my parents telling me this story years later about when they asked me what I wanted to name my little sister. I said Lucy.
Of course.
Because I always looked up to Susan.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be like Susan. And I actually now cosplay her, and there's one video that remains from the first time I ever filmed as Susan, and it's when Aslan returns, and I look like I'm crying in it, because I am.
That's really sweet.
I love her. Ugh.
Yeah, I remember as a kid watching Narnia in my parents used to have a cabin in Tahoe when I was really little, and I remember watching it with my dad in Tahoe, like when I was really little.
Wow.
It was a 9-hour drive from where we lived to Tahoe.
You can actually see my Susan horn on the Zoom. It's the white thing. Yeah. But that's where my Narnia books are, and all of them are my original copies from 2005, except for one. And it's Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I've had 4 copies of that one, because I've read it so much.
Oh my gosh.
And broke the spine for every single one of them.
Yikes.
It was, yeah. It used to be like my every year read was the Narnia series. It's now definitely Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm like working on reading through the Harry Potter books. I only saw the movies, like, when I got into it. So I'm like, I know some people are going to be like, you're a fake fan. I'm really not. I have very little time to read.
You see, I've been reading the Star Wars books that are coming out, especially the Padme books. I love them.
Yeah, I bet they're really good. I've been trying to get through my favorite Stephen King books right now.
Okay.
I'm working on The Shining right now. That's one of my favorite films. I'm working on the book right now. I'm like halfway
Yeah.
through. I also have Carrie and Salem's Lot. They came in a box set at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
And so I got all of them.
I am in the process of reading the Guardians of Childhood book series, which is what most people don't know this, but the Rise of the Guardians DreamWorks movie is actually based on a children's book series called The Guardians of Childhood.
Oh, I did not know that.
It's very loosely based from what I can tell from the first book in the series, because that's all I've read up to right now. But each book follows the backstory for each one of the Guardians, and the last one, of course, is Jack, because he's the most recent. But it goes from North, so Santa, to Bunny, to Sandy, to Tooth, to Jack.
That's cool.
Notice how the first female of the group was added in the fourth, as the fourth Guardian.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's such a connotation around nerd culture that it's primarily male, and
Yeah.
I
I mean, I feel like it was kind of, I don't want to say loosened
yeah.
in middle school when we were in it, because when we were in middle school, not Narnia, Hunger Games was coming out, and
Yeah.
Divergent.
Yeah, and that was primarily geared towards girls. But I feel like just for the longest time, the term nerd and the term being in any sort of fandom culture has always been synonymous with being a guy, especially in the 80s when this whole thing kind of started with Star Wars, right? And
with Star Wars and D&D.
Yeah, with D&D and Star Wars and comic books, that's what was yes, there were women in those original groups, but not as many as there are now.
No.
If you go
Because
to
it wasn't
Comic-Con
popular.
now,
I mean,
it's still pretty overwhelmingly, you can see that it's very overwhelmingly male, even at Comic-Con.
yeah.
I mean, there is a
and then
huge
Ashley
community of
X.
women.
Stein, so the voice of Ahsoka Tano, second time we've brought her up in 2 episodes.
I know, really.
But she created her universe, and the only reason she did was when she got hired on for Star Wars for the Clone Wars animated series in 2008, there were no female Star Wars shirts that she could buy, and she
Yeah.
wanted to wear it into the office the first day when she went to go record as Ahsoka.
Yeah, and
So she full-on created her own clothing line
yeah,
geared toward fangirls.
and it's a fantastic clothing line. Everything is amazing.
I have the Mulan workout top.
Oh, cute! I just got the black.
I love it.
I got the Black Widow set, the shorts and the top.
I want the Mandalorian, or the Season 7 Ahsoka, her universe workout top.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just that, that stuff really didn't exist until recently.
No.
If
Again,
you,
2008,
yeah.
there were no Star Wars merchandise for girls, unless we went to the men's section. I definitely have some Target men's section
Oh,
stuff
I do
from
too.
middle school.
Yeah. I mean, not from middle school, from recently, just because for some reason the men's section is cheaper.
Pink tax.
Yeah. I just, there's so many things that it's this was never really I feel like our generation, and maybe a little bit of the one before us, we're the first ones who are openly able to talk about being in this culture and being a nerd or a dork or a fan, whatever you want to call it. We're the first really who are able to talk about it. So that I think is so wonderful that we've been able to come so far that we're actually able to talk about this kind of stuff now.
Yeah.
Because in 1980, right, it's I always compare it to the guys from Big Bang Theory, the way that they talk about fans and fan culture, Star Wars, and about chemistry and stuff, to Penny, right?
Yeah. I was about to say compared to Penny.
Yeah. And I mean, in their defense, Penny does know nothing.
No, she definitely knows nothing.
But there is, I think even now there are like girls and women are being treated like Penny when they do know a lot. And some know even substantially more than the people who are treating them that way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, it's just like, why can't we all just get along? We all like the same things. Like, everybody sees Star Wars,
like
and it's
we're
like,
the
ooh,
girl
lasers.
from Mean Girls.
Hmm?
I feel like we're like the girl from Mean Girls. I just want everyone to be
Yeah.
happy like we were in middle school.
And Damien's all, she doesn't even go here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, it took me a while. My new laptop case is a picture of Ahsoka back-to-back with Anakin.
That's cool.
Fighting. It took me a while for me to even, like, feel comfortable using it out in public because...
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm a girl in Star Wars. But now if you look at my computer, it's all Star Wars stickers.
Yeah. And I mean, like, originally, Star Wars was... the Clone Wars was put on Disney XD, which was the boys' channel.
Yeah.
Right? It, like... That
okay,
was...
but Disney XD actually kind of slapped, though.
Disney XD slapped hard. I used to watch Kickin' It all the time.
Okay, but, like, Lab Rats and Mighty Med...
I never watched Mighty Med. That was a little bit past my time.
Okay.
But I watched Kickin' It
My little
all the
sister
time.
is, turns 15 this year, so Mighty Med was coming out when, like, we
Yeah.
were phasing out of it.
Yeah.
But, like, I was still, like, watching it with my sister.
Yeah. I used to like Pair of Kings too. The one with
Yeah.
the guy who plays Oliver on Hannah Montana. That one
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
And like Cory in the House. That one was on Disney Channel though, right?
Yeah, that one's
think
on
that's Disney
Disney
Channel.
Channel.
And or like shows like Phineas and Ferb. That one started off on
XD,
Disney.
but then...
No, it started on Disney and
Oh.
they moved it to XD for the last like 3 or 4 seasons.
I loved Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, and it's still a fantastic show. And like Dan Povenmire is a fantastic creator.
And amazing on TikTok.
Yes, we love him on TikTok. Dan, if you're seeing this, I love you.
If you're listening to this, rather, we
Yeah,
love you.
if you're listening to this, I'd probably
Please
cry.
come on the show.
Yes, we would love to have you.
We would love to interview
Oh my
you.
gosh, could you imagine? I don't think that would ever happen.
Same.
We should have everybody we know send down Povenmire letters telling him to be on our podcast.
Well, he has duetted so one of my cousins, he's pretty popular on TikTok, and he's actually duetted one of my cousin's videos before.
That's epic.
This cousin, I don't know if you guys remember from a few years ago, or from a few months ago, back in like December, like November, December of 2020, there was a TikTok of this guy who fully took all the Star Wars movie titles and assigned them to different movies.
To the correct movies?
To the correct movies, but that's my cousin. So yeah.
Yeah, and that video is hilarious if you haven't seen it. It is like spot on.
Yes. It's his most popular video. If you look up TikTok Star Wars, you can still find him.
It's like the first one that pops up.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's marked now.
Oh, well,
Now that
yeah,
Mark
probably
Hamill
it's
is
marked
on.
now.
But yeah, it's still like one of the first that pops up.
Yeah. But yeah, I
But-
think it's just really great that like young girls, like especially like our future kids. I mean, if you want to
Let
have
me
kids
tell you,
in the
I'm
future.
already seeing this with my cousin Avery. She is 11 this year. She is so like passionate about her nerdy fandoms and is
Yeah.
like not letting anyone back her down from it.
Yeah,
She loves Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, like all the nerdy.
Yeah, and all that stuff is so important.
Yeah.
Which is like, especially when it comes to like some of the more like not gatekept, but like some of the more like long-lasting communities like D&D and Star Wars. I think it's really important that there are more like women in these communities for the future of young girls to see.
Yeah.
You know, and like even like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Yeah. Or Narnia.
Yeah,
Those books came out, I don't know.
forever ago.
I used to know. Narnia books. I'm looking it up.
Right, but like the
Let's see.
original Hobbit came out in the 30s.
The first Narnia book was published in the 50s,
Yeah.
according to this. I don't know if that's true, so don't come at me.
I'm pretty sure it's true.
October 16th of 1950 is what it's saying.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's just it makes me happy that like we're able to like
Talk about it.
yeah, that we're actually able to talk about it.
I had a class at my university that was religion and 20th century fantasy literature, and it was about Narnia, Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter.
How the heck are those even remotely related?
Fun facts about Narnia, it's a Christian allegory.
For what?
Aslan is Jesus.
Oh. Okay.
Are you just figuring this out?
Yes.
C.S. Lewis is a very prominent Christian author. He wrote a lot of Christian texts, so he
That
doesn't
makes a
say it's an
lot of
allegory.
sense.
He says that he uses like Christian themes, or he said when he was alive, but yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. But like, yeah. Yawns. I think that means
gosh.
it's time to wrap this up.
Yes.
Considering I'm
So-
sitting here yawning and it's like 9:00. I know it's later
Now
for
it's
you.
early for you. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
not going to talk about what time it is for me.
No,
Miss
it's
California.
much too late. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's fine. I had a coffee way too late today, so I was going to stay up anyway working on homework. It's fine. My sleep schedule is a wreck.
Me too, but like it's cool.
So
So yeah, I think
yeah.
that kind of like wraps it up for today.
Okay, so thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Fan Fatales. Gabby, do you want to tell our lovely audience what we will be doing next week?
Yes, next week's topic is going to be Harry Potter. We're mainly going to be talking about how to be a Harry Potter fan without supporting JKR, Dumbledore, just in general, and some of our favorite Weasleys. We're going to talk about some problematic things and then some more fun things at the same time.
Yeah. Please subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
And remember to follow us at Fan Fatales Pod on Instagram to get updates for episodes and for the possibility of being in a future episode.
Yep. And as always, thank you for tuning in.
Bye!
Bye.